What's up? Good evening. Happy Sunday.
Yeah, happy Sunday to you. How's it going?
Everything is everything.
Okay. Uh, we're back on another Sunday.
Huh?
This Sunday we're doing a Raising Kanan review. The season officially wrapped up last
Yeah.
episode. Season 4 finale, I believe.
Is it the finale, really?
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
Uh,
You want to go first? Because I'll go
okay,
first.
so some
Kanan.
spoilers. Because we're gonna
Yeah,
talk about what
spoiler alert.
happened.
This is
Yeah.
Annoying Genius podcast.
Yeah. So let's get into it. What you think about the final episode?
Kanan is wilding.
Yeah, his his perspective of his mother is like
It's
we
very
we
screwed.
talked
It's
about this.
very
Yeah,
screwed.
we talked about this before. Like he
Mm-hmm.
blames her for everything. He's under that. He's on that kind of time. So,
Yeah.
uh, the last interaction they had, it was just them in the house, and his girl just got killed, and like everything bad's happened. He's assuming
He is
she did it, or
soon.
yeah,
You know,
or she has
like
something to
how
do with it.
Tupac say, when things go wrong, you blame mama. That's
Right,
how
right,
it.
right, right,
That's
right.
how it is
That's a
with
real
him.
lyric. That's a real lyric. That's a real lyric.
Yo,
So we see him talking to his mother about everything that's going wrong, and he's blaming her, and he pulls a gun out on her,
yeah,
and she's she's saying like she's still saying like I love you, and why would I do these things you accuse me of, and
yeah,
it goes to another shot, or it goes to another like depiction, and then you hear a gunshot, and
yeah.
like
I'm wondering. So, do you think somebody actually shot Rock, or do they think they shot Kanan, or like what you
I
think?
think I think Kanan did it. I think he took his mama out.
Oh wow.
Going with the theme of what we know about the Power Universe is
Hmm.
kind of what they. That's kind of like what they do. That's how they get down. Uh, I know you haven't seen every Power show, but
Yeah, I haven't seen them all. No.
something like this has happened in every Power series. Something,
Yeah,
yeah. So
yeah, because that's like Tyreek killing Ghost, right? Like
yeah,
before the. I'm
and
trying to think who else
and
that
then in
I see
fourth,
or hear about.
it was a character named Vic. Uh, it was like they was in like Irish Mob. He killed his dad, and then in Power Book 2, Diana tried to kill her mother.
Really?
Yeah, yeah, she tried to kill Monet.
Okay.
So, like I
Yeah,
said,
I remember that. I remember that. Yeah, I watched
it's
that. I
it's a
remember that.
it's a history of this. So,
Yeah.
going off that history, I'm gonna say he did it.
Oh, well, we'll see next week. But I think, well, I'm going to go off your theory.
Yeah,
So we'll see next week.
and this ain't the last season. It's one more season.
Hmm.
And they just introduced a new character named
Yeah.
Breeze. We done heard about Breeze for
Yeah. Somebody,
years. Yeah.
yeah, I heard about Breeze because somebody, I think I had made a Facebook post about something about Raising Canaan, and somebody mentioned Breeze, and I'm like, you gotta excuse me because I don't know who you talking about because I haven't watched the other one. But when they said that, when they said this is Breeze, I'm like, oh, hey, light skin 63, what's your
Yeah.
input?
That's my guy Edward. Um,
Light skin 63. He born in 1963.
no, I think like that's like 6'3", like
Oh,
height.
oh, it's like he's 6 foot tall,
Yeah.
six
He
six
didn't
three
put the
six. Okay, I got it.
apostrophe in there, but yeah. Now Breeze, I heard about him since like the first few episodes of the original Power.
Yeah.
Um, Ghost and Kanan and
Hmm.
Tommy, they all reference him a lot.
He
And
said invite him to the video.
yeah, I don't know if I'm gonna do that.
Good.
Yeah, I mean that's kind of like on the fly. Like I don't know if I'm gonna do that because I don't know what he gonna be on. But yeah, back to what we were saying.
That's some people, so I don't know.
That's my guy though. Shout out to Ed. Nah, but like moving forward to like the next season. Let's say theoretically he did kill Rock, right? How do you think the last season's gonna go? You think that's gonna affect the popularity of the series, not having Rock there?
I mean, it
He's
didn't
a
affect
popular
when
character. Yeah.
did it have any impact when Tyreek killed Ghost? Because hey, people still watching.
Well, with that, it was different because that was the last episode of that
Oh,
series.
that universe.
Yeah, they
Okay.
went to a completely different world. Even though they still following Tariq, he went off to college. You introducing new characters. You know what I'm saying? With this, you take away Rock, right? You still, in the same kind of world without her.
Yeah.
You thinking like, man, how is that gonna affect the brothers, Lou, Marv? Like, it's I don't know. It's something to think
Yeah.
about.
Because maybe they all know if Kanan did it, then they turn on Kanan. That's why I'm like, maybe one of them killed. I mean, not killed Kanan, but maybe they shot him in the leg or something. I don't know. We'll, we'll see. It's just a
Yeah,
theory.
that's
It's just a theory. I don't know.
well, we know nothing's gonna happen to Kanan because
Yeah,
yeah,
because he's in the other one. Yeah,
yeah,
but I'm saying maybe they shot him in the leg. Like he could survive that.
that's yeah. Or we don't know what happened to Lou and Marv. We don't know, you know, if they get. I believe Marv is the next one that's gonna go, but I don't know that for sure.
I hope
But
not. I like him. I like his character. What you think about that couple that put that in the
pop
atmosphere
and
to
pop and
Kanan?
what's it? Pop and snaps is it snap and pop? Is that their name?
Whatever they name was.
You know what I'm
Snap,
talking about,
Crackle,
yeah.
Pop.
But yeah, the way she now this was a couple of episodes ago when she had Crystal, his girlfriend, captive and she killed him. That was I could kind of see it coming, but the way it happened was kind of like, oh.
Yeah, yeah. I was kind of messed up about that. I'm like, damn. Okay,
Because they
like.
having like a conversation and she said this, that, and the third, then I guess she said too much or said something she didn't like.
Because she popped her after she said, Rock didn't do that. He
Right.
thinks Rock is against him. So
She probably thinking in her mind, I want him to keep thinking that. Right?
yeah, that's what it seems like, of course,
Mm.
because when they met up, that's what Rock hit your friend. What they like what
Right,
the lady
right.
said. Yeah,
Famous, yeah.
they
Mm.
trying to get Kanan to turn. Yeah, they trying to get Kanan to turn on Rock.
Yeah.
So I'm like, damn. But like Marv said, that ain't even Rock style. Like, what the hell she got out of killing Crystal or Fake? Like, what did she really would have got out of that?
Like his mind is so warped
Yeah,
that even like somebody like Marv or anybody saying like, man, she wouldn't do
yeah.
that. He ain't trying to hear it. My thing with the next season is, and I've kind of been like this through the whole series.
Hmm.
I'm looking at Jukebox and like her, like the evolution of her character, like because you can see like even like these last few episodes, you can see like her mentality and like how she move and change, like
Yeah, she cold
yeah.
a little bit. She can't
And
ring but
when you
cold.
see her as an adult in the original series, it's like man, like your first thought is what made her like that, but now you're seeing it like in real time.
Yeah, jukebox is important, like he said, light skin 6'3".
Yeah, shout out to Ed, man. Uh, yeah, like that's after her. Of course, I'm interested to see what happens with Kanan, but I'm interested to see Marv, and because, like I said earlier, I don't think he's gonna. I think they're gonna show him getting taken out.
Yeah. Lou did his thing though. I don't even think did we talk about that in the last episode? I don't think
Yeah,
we didn't talk because it was Mother's Day.
yeah. He got back on the square. Yeah.
Man, he came, man, he was doing his
His
thing.
character been through a lot.
Yeah. And he's sober doing all that too. I'm like, he a bad member. He a bad member jammer, for real.
Yeah. That's how Lou used to be. Like when they first introduced his character, like
Hmm.
the smart, like smooth one. You know what I'm saying? But
Yeah. Yeah, he's definitely smooth.
all right, speaking of that, since we're talking about Rock, was talking crazy to Marv.
Yeah, because Tony Dan, I'm gonna call him Tony Danza.
Yeah,
Because how Tony
because he
Danza
lied.
was
He lied.
coming.
Yeah, he lied.
And he told that lie. But I'm like, I don't know. Do you so Rock believed it?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
And
Who's
and
the
she got a
boss?
thing. She got a perception in her mind that because he used to be on that stuff. Yeah, she got a perception of Marvin in her mind, so she probably like, man, he probably did.
Yeah.
It's believable. It's a believable lie. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But then again, that's your brother. You should probably, what I'm saying, have some loyalty to your brother. But I don't know. It's all perspective. I don't know. It's tough. Family and business is tough.
Yeah,
You know,
they definitely have. You could
yeah.
tell.
It's hard. That's why it's hard to mix business with families in
Mm-hmm.
any aspect.
Everybody say that.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I've seen it. Not on that scale, but yeah.
Speaking of
There's the
loyalty to your brother,
he's a comedian. He's a funny guy. But yeah. So you finally saw Sinners.
I just got finished watching. Just literally.
Okay, before we get into it fully, what's your initial thoughts on the movie?
What'd you say?
What's your initial thoughts on the movie before we like really get
It's
into
cute.
it?
It's cute.
Was it? It wasn't like crazy scary, like I said, right?
No, we not gonna say. See, he said he gonna get off if we start talking about Sinners. So it's cute. I
Yeah,
like
he probably
the
seen that.
ending.
Ed probably seen that.
Yeah, I won't say nothing. Hey, but next week we gonna say something. So he got a light skin 6'3". You got to, if you're going to be on here on next Sunday, we gonna say something about it. If you're going to,
Don't
cause
worry about Ed. He's seen
cause
it.
it's been like 3 weeks and I'm supposed to been watching it, and I couldn't
Okay.
find the link. That when I found the link, they were speaking in Spanish. So I finally found the English link again.
So, uh, 1 to 10 scale. What do you give it?
Maybe maybe 8 or 9.
That's pretty
Yeah,
good.
maybe 8 or 9. I don't know if I'm gonna say it's a 10. I'm gonna probably watch it again.
Yeah, it's it's definitely worth a second watch because you're gonna like catch up on some stuff that you haven't seen yet.
He's saying this show was my idea. What show he referring
I
to?
I have no idea. That's why I said, man, he's you don't know what he gonna be on. That's my guy though. As I said, like, I mean, I think we came up with this organically. I don't think
It's
we.
been years. It's been like
Yeah.
even at the building before I even moved here. So it's like I feel like it's probably like 2 buildings ago. So and that's over. That's probably around. I don't know if I'm gonna say COVID time, but like maybe 2022 or COVID time. So I don't know.
Right. Right. We've been talking about
I
this a
don't know
long
my
time.
sister.
You know what? Maybe next episode
Adam next week.
we could have him on, see what he talking about.
Yeah, Adam
I
next week.
I
It's all
gotta talk
good.
to him throughout the week to see what he on. You know what I mean? Because that's my
Yeah,
guy,
Adam
but
next
I
week.
have no idea what he gonna be saying. You know, that could
But
be a good thing. You know?
yeah, what Mount Rushmore we doing today?
You want to do another one?
Yeah.
Um,
So I'm gonna call my lawyers. Maybe we could do. Did we do comedians yet? Since he trying to be one.
I haven't done it like on here. I could give mine though. My comedian Mount Rushmore. I would say Eddie Murphy off rip. Richard
Mm.
Pryor. This is my favorite. This ain't who I think the masses think is the greatest. This is for me. Eddie, Richard, um, I'm gonna go. Man, this is kind of tough. I kind of want to stick with the black comedians, but I'm gonna throw in somebody else. You know what? I gotta do. I'm gonna say stand. This is stand up. Okay.
Okay.
Eddie, Richard. Uh, um,
He said Eddie wasn't that funny.
he said Eddie ain't funny. There's been
He
a
said
lot of
Eddie
comedy.
wasn't that funny or Richard, but I ain't gonna lie. You know, like I told you, the funniest. I think that was Delirious. The funniest part in Delirious is when the dude the lady say, "Do Mr. Rob," and then Charlie Murphy, you hear him yelling, "Shut up, bitch!"
That
That's
was
the
yeah.
funniest
That
part of
was
that.
hilarious. Even he had to laugh at that. Um, I'm gonna go Robin Harris. I don't think he get a
That's
lot of
a
love,
good one.
and he was a genius.
He kind of remind me of Bernie Mac
Yeah,
a little
yeah.
bit.
He was Bernie before Bernie.
Yeah,
And then
now, of course. Yeah,
yeah, and then last I'm gonna go for a stand up. I'm gonna throw George Carlin in
I was. That's one of mine. Don't be stealing my
there.
dude. He was very funny.
Yeah,
Like
very
him and Paul Mooney got that type of like comedy. Like they're very sarcastic as they're talking.
yeah,
Like it's just freaking funny.
very like socially aware, like
Yeah,
social commentary.
like of everything around
Yeah,
them.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
George Carlson. Is it Carlson or Carlin? Because I
Carlin,
always say
Carlin,
yeah.
George Carlin.
I don't. I mean, I love Carlos Miller. I don't know if I'm gonna put him in the Rushmore yet. Maybe he's an honorable mention
Yeah,
in my
the air
Rushmore.
said,
I
"Why
love
don't you
Carlos
give?"
Miller. I think he is
He said,
hilarious.
"Why don't I give newer people respect?" It's
Yeah,
just
Carlos
it's
Miller is
harder
so funny to
because
me.
the body of work of a newer person ain't gonna compare to somebody that's been doing it decades and decades. You know.
But you know, Carlos Miller, they do 85 South show, and I think they do new stuff every time they go on the tour. Cause I went to the tour. I don't like. I looked at something that they had on YouTube. You know, sometimes people record the tour. It was nothing repeated, nothing regurgitated. Like it's like they're doing something new every time they on the tour. Saying,
Like, who's the best comedian, like stand-up comedian right now?
I feel like it's Carlos.
Yeah, I'm not gonna put him
I know.
in my mouth.
I
I'm not
love
gonna put him in
Martin.
my record.
So
Yeah,
Martin Lawrence will be in there, but it would be Martin, George, as you said, Mom's Mabley. I don't know if you know her, but she was funny as hell.
I give Dave his credit, but that was just my favorite.
Dave is fun. That's kind of like the George too, and the Paul Mooney. How he
Yeah,
come to me.
yeah. Social commentary. Yeah.
Yeah,
It's hard for me to put anybody over like Eddie and Richard Pryor, especially Richard Pryor. That's just he changed comedy. Nobody was talking on stage like that before he was like talking about his
I get what you're saying.
personal life and his drug use. Like he didn't nothing was off limits. Nobody was doing that. Like everybody was doing like the Bill Cosby like wholesome jokes and shit. Like
I'm
nobody
about
was doing that before.
putting shit out.
Like the
I
family
think I
shit,
tried to watch a Bill
like his
Cosby
kids
stand
like
up. I don't think I got
stealing
past it.
cake and shit, like that kind of humor. Like yeah. But respect to Dave, you know, he one of them ones, but yeah. He just ain't in my top four. But, yeah.
Yeah.
He
He's
said
saying you gotta be more open minded. You gotta give Carlos Miller a chance. What's the other one that be on the 80? Chico Bean. What's the other one? I can't forget. His wife
they
passed
pod
too.
is
I can't even remember
hilarious.
his name. The ones on Wild and Out. I hate that I forgot his name. That's terrible.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to. I still don't think I'm gonna put them over. They're not gonna be on my Mount Rushmore. Let's go to your Mount Rushmore. Who you got?
Well, like I said, Martin Lawrence, George, as you said as well, Mom's Mabley, and
Mom's
who was the
Mabley. That's an old school one.
there and who else? There's one more I'm missing. What did I say? Bernie Mac.
Oh yeah, Bernie. A lot of people say that he smoked everybody on the Kings of Comedy.
Yeah, the
So that
Kings of Comedy. So rate the Kings of Comedy.
1 to 4
The best to your worst
on that particular show, or just period.
on that particular show that particular movie that everybody saw.
Bernie's one. Give me Cedric 2, DL 3, and Steve 4. How you got it going?
I could I could mess with that. He said Steve last. I mean, Steve and DL can interchange who's
Yeah,
last to me. They
yeah,
can definitely interchange.
yeah. Cedric did his thing, but you listen to Cat Williams, he said he was stealing his material. But
You, you know, I seen Cat Williams and Monique. They're funny, but
a lot of people like Cat. Cat is
I
popular. He's a
like
popular
Cat
comedian.
when he's just talking. As far as the standard, like he was just talking. Him and Monique was. I mean, it is about people talking, but yeah, it was good though. I enjoyed myself. I think I went to the two of his comedy, the Dark Matter tour. I feel like I went to another one. I can't remember which other one I went to
Hmm.
because they came to Newark. I feel like so yeah,
Okay.
and I seen them there.
Okay. We're coming up on the 30-minute mark. These these times be going by pretty fast, man.
I know.
So next week we're definitely gonna talk about centers. We might have Ed on. I
Yeah,
don't
like
know.
in 6-3. If you on, we're talking about Senators, and it's gonna be a spoiler. So we
Yeah, so watch it this week, bro. If you serious, bro. I don't know.
yeah, try to find it. Get it. I don't know what you got, but find it on them bootleg apps on the Fire Stick,
Okay.
on your TV, whatever. If you got
Okay.
it jailbroken.
All right. That's it for the Annoying Genius Pod this week. We'll see you next week.
All right, peace out, y'all.
Hey.